This is my Oscar juvenile tank setup. It's been set up for about a week just now. Just fed them some bloodworms, so you'll see some particles in the water. It's just a basic juvenile setup. It's a 48-inch by 12 by 16, 12-inch wide, 16-inch height. I've just put some black gravel in the bottom. Just I don't like the bare bottom tanks. I think they're ugly actually. Put a little like cubby hole in there for them to hide in if they need to. But what I've noticed is I actually got a pair of Oscars juveniles. There's my tinfoil barbs there. I've got 3 of them. They're juveniles at the moment as well. They seem to be getting on quite well. But what I've noticed is you can see this guy here. Sorry about the marks on the front of the tank. Yeah, if you can see this guy here, he seems to be the more aggressive of the pair. Seems to be out into the tank. You let the tinfoil barbs know when they're getting too close to his space. He kind of challenges them and is a bit territorial. Whereas I'm not want to disturb her, which she's actually eating at the moment. I think this is a female, and she just hides behind this Fluval +4 filter that I've got here. She actually hides down at the back of it, and she hardly ever comes out. She just sits there and does her own thing, which I'm not worried about. It could just be she's a little bit shy or whatever at the moment, getting moved into a bigger tank than the aquarium shop's tank. But a bit about the tank. In this corner you'll see the Fluval +4 canister filter that I've got, and I've just got that running with default sponges, default filter pads that come with it, and that seems to be doing a decent enough job. In this corner you see I've got 2 Aquaclear power heads, just for water movement. I'm a firm believer that a fish should have to swim through currents, because in a river they wouldn't be sitting in a dormant tank, almost stagnant tank. So that's why they 2 are there. They're just providing a bit of water movement. I actually had the top one here. That was actually pumping in air, but I mean I think it was overboard, because I've got the Fluval +4 sucking in air, and I've also got I forget the name of this canister here, the green one at the back. That's actually pumping in air as well. So I think that's enough air for the tank. I've not got any plants at that or that, so I think that would be enough. And over in this corner, I just mentioned that is another Fluval +4, and I'm actually running that with a homemade filter system, which is basically just some sponge filter floss. And I've got a space at the bottom of the filter that I could actually fill up with some carbon or something else. I don't know yet. Some kind of growing medium anyway. And that's just taking out the bigger particles. Well, they 2 filters there take out the bigger particles, and this one's actually doing the main finer particles and whatnot. That's about it for filtration. I mean, this is going to be a juvenile tank, so I don't want anybody coming on YouTube and giving us any bad comments about that tank's never going to be big enough for them. I know it's not going to be big enough for them. I've got a 6-foot tank through in the living room, the other room basically, 6 foot by 2 foot tank, or 6 by 3, sorry, and I'm going to be using that as basically my specimen tank. I'm going to have a arowana in there, a couple of Oscars, and maybe some other assorted fish. You can see this guy here. He really doesn't care. You can see him challenging the tinfoils there, thinking they're stealing his food. But that, I mean, that's about as much as he does. He doesn't actually bite at them or fin nip or any of that. He's kind of challenging them, telling them not to get in his way or whatever. You'll see two heaters at the back. Now the reason I've done this is a personal preference of mine, because I've been keeping fish for years now, and like basically what I've done is I've got this heater set up at 27, and that'll just keep the tank going all day. Like the other heater doesn't actually come on, and basically that'll just keep the tank warm. Also, I've got this spare heater set just below 27. I think it's like 26.9 or something it's set to, roughly, and that'll basically come on if this heater decides to give up the go, or a fuse goes, or anything like that. If this heater comes on, I know there's a problem with this heater and that I need to check it. So that's just a personal preference of mine. It's not, this heater's basically not active at the moment, and that's just the way it is for myself. Like I say, tank's been set up for about a week now. They seem fine. I'm going to get a couple of tiger Oscars eventually. I'm going to wait till these guys get bigger and put these guys into the tank through in the living room. Well, I don't know actually. I might actually just get another pair and see how they get on. And if they don't get on, obviously, I'll either split the tank up into two at the moment until I get them through into the bigger tank, or I'll just put the biggest pair into the bigger tank. But yeah, like this is the first video I've decided to do because the tank's actually looking a lot clearer. Fish are a bit more active than when they first went in. But yeah, I'm gonna be trying like different variations of fish. I'm gonna like to see what actually go with Oscars, because they're really territorial, and they could be a bit of a dick to other fish. So that's just yeah, it's going to be a bit of trial and error. Like I say, you will challenge the tinfoil barbs, but generally the tinfoil barbs will just get out of his way. They almost take it's almost like they're enticing them to chase them sometimes. Like they'll come up behind them and almost like just kind of shadow them. You'll turn around and notice them, and turn around and challenge them. But to be honest with you, until I put the tinfoil barbs in there, both of the Oscars were very, very timid. They wouldn't come out from behind the filter, and yeah, like they were pretty much just always behind the filter, which was a bit annoying. So I was doing a bit of research, and tinfoil barb just came up as one of the fish that do tend to go well with them, because they get to such a size themselves. I mean, these are 3 juveniles. I've got 2 bigger ones and a smaller one. I'm hoping the smaller one is maybe a female. I'm not too sure about tinfoil barbs. I've not actually had too many of them, so I couldn't tell you if they're female or male. And it's the same with the Oscars. These are the actual first Oscars I've had. I mean, you can see they get on pretty well together themselves. I mean, he will challenge her if they get into each other's face, sort of thing. They'll kind of have a little dance about, but nothing too violent. So that's a good sign. But yeah, like let us know what you think. Leave a comment, subscribe. There will be more videos coming, and once they get big enough, I'll be doing proper feeding videos. I don't know if I'll feed them live food, just because I don't want them dying because of parasites, or I've read that goldfish have a toxin inside them that are not very good for Oscars. Believe it or not, these fish actually eat fish, fruit that fall in to the rivers, nuts, berries, whatever falls in the river, they'll eat it. Fish is not a main staple of their diet, so to feed them fish constantly is not a good idea. I've read that especially goldfish, feeder fish, whatever you want to call them, they're high in fat, and the Oscar fish isn't, he's not designed to process that amount of fat, so you're going to make your fish fat, and you could give them some kind of liver disease. I'm not 100% what that liver disease is. I just read quickly through a forum article. So that's kind of put us off feeding them live feeder fish. Yeah, like, I mean, I probably will do it once or twice, but it's not going to be an every week or whatever occurrence. I've read that the insects are really good for them, so there'll be plenty of insect feeding videos. They're just a bit small for it just now. I'm actually just feeding them bloodworm and stuff like that just now. I'm going to get some water fleas also, see if they eat them, and if they don't, tinfoil barbs will eat them, and if they don't, they'll be beneficial to the tank anyway. But yeah, that's the setup. Let us know what you think. Any ideas, anything, yeah, leave a comment. Thanks for looking.